What's the total value of all 4 of your properties? Now, I did speak on this in that video where I'm taking you on a tour of all 4 of my properties. And I will make another video about it, maybe going into a bit more detail in a few weeks' time or a month or so's time. But I'm just going to quickly run through how much my properties are all worth right now. So I'm going to start with this property, then the next property that I bought, then the third and the fourth, because that was chronological order. So this property is now worth 210. My next property, which is my first buy-to-let flat, that is now worth 120. Now, if a surveyor was to come out and look at the property, they would value it more than 120. But this is just going off of the internet, because you can search how much a property is worth on Zoopla. Yeah? So it's worth 120 on the internet. If a surveyor was going to come out and put his eyes or her eyes on it, they would say it's worth more, because what I've done to the property, I've jazzed it up. So it's going to be worth more than it is on paper. Even the previous owners, they would be impressed with the work that I've done to the property. It looks way better than when they had it. So that's the second property. Now the third property, that's worth 135k. And the fourth property is also worth 135k. The reason why both of them are worth the same amount is because they're opposite each other. Literally, one's on that side, one's on the other side. When I was explaining to my mum that my fourth property that I'm buying is opposite my third property, she just thought, oh yeah, maybe on the other side. When I showed her the video, she was like, oh, I didn't know it was opposite, like you can throw a stone sort of thing, innit? So yeah, the third property and the fourth property are both also worth 135. So that gives me a total of 600,000. Now, if I was to sell all those properties, I wouldn't have 600,000 in cash, because I've still got mortgages, I've still got loans to pay. So if I sold all of them, I wouldn't be walking away with 600 in cash. I'd probably walk away with, I don't know, maybe 100 or something like that in cash. Now more than that, but yeah. So at the moment, this house is worth 210. The next flat is worth 120. The third flat is worth 135. The fourth flat is worth 135 as well. And that gives me a total of 600. So yeah, that's it for now. Obviously, I'm going to be buying some more properties. What I'm looking to do is convert this house into a minimum of 2 separate flats. So one on the ground floor, one on the first floor. If I can, potentially convert the loft into a separate flat. If that don't work, convert the loft into a studio flat. If that don't work, then ground floor will be one flat, first floor will be another flat. So best case scenario with this house, I'll have a flat on the ground floor, flat on the first floor, and a flat in the loft. Second from worst case scenario, I'll have a flat on the ground floor, flat on the first floor, and a studio flat in the loft. And worst case scenario, flat on the ground floor and flat on the first floor. So yeah, which will take this property from being worth 210 to 260 potentially. I would only have to put in, obviously I'm doing the work myself, so that's gonna alleviate a lot of costs and that, labor costs, labor costs. So I could potentially just maybe put in 15 or 20 grand in for it to go up by 250. So some people are like, it's only going up by like 30 grand or whatever, innit? Yeah. But remember, now I've got 2 extra properties. Remember, I've been saying in my videos, it's better to have 4 properties that are worth 100 grand each, which is a total of 400, rather than have 1 property that's worth 400. Because with those 4 properties, all 4 of them are going up in value, not just one. Imagine all 4 of those properties are going up in value. not just one property. A property can only go up by so much per year, but 4 properties, they can go up by X amount per year. So yeah, with this house, I'm going to convert it into 2 flats. I will start a little journey in that, like documenting it as well for you lot to see. Yeah, I might even start a new TikTok page. You never know. You never know. If there's a reason why I'm not gonna do it, I'll more than likely share why I'm not gonna do it. But I mean, more than likely, I can't see any reason for me not doing it. There would have to be some like planning permission. I would not be permitted to get planning permission. But I heard some chancellor guy say on TV, like in the House of Commons or House of Parliament, they're giving all houses, like all owners of houses, permission to convert their house into 2 flats. Now, I had that idea in my head before I saw this, but I'm like, oh, this is just more reason for me to do it. But if for some reason I can't do it, I'll let you know why if I can.